In an unprecedented revelation that has sent shockwaves through the corridors of power, Donald Trump Jr. has laid bare a family secret that threatens to unravel the very fabric of the Trump dynasty. The explosive moment came when Donald Jr., unable to contain his simmering disdain, publicly exposed Eric Trump's pathetic dependence, igniting a firestorm of controversy and speculation. This is not just a family squabble. It's a seismic event that could shake the Trump empire to its core. The tension between the brothers has been an open secret, but never before has it been so brutally exposed. Donald Jr.'s scathing remarks have peeled back the veneer of unity that the Trump family has long projected, revealing a rift that could have devastating consequences. The implications of this betrayal are staggering, as it lays bare the internal power struggles and fragile alliances that have been simmering beneath the surface. As the dust begins to settle, the world is left to ponder the ramifications of this familiar implosion. The Trump brand, once synonymous with unyielding strength and ambition, now appears vulnerable and fractured. The question on everyone's lips is whether this public airing of dirty laundry marks the beginning of the end for the Trump legacy. Behind closed doors, the fallout is palpable. The family, known for its fierce loyalty and tight-knit bonds, is now grappling with the harsh reality of betrayal and mistrust. The dynamics have shifted, and the once unbreakable Trump facade is showing signs of strain. The world watches with bated breath as the drama unfolds, each revelation more shocking than the last. In the wake of this scandal, Eric Trump finds himself in an unenviable position. Desperate to prove his worth and step out of his brother's shadow, he is now faced with the daunting task of salvaging his reputation. The leaked evidence of his attempts to assert independence only serves to highlight his struggles, painting a picture of a man caught in a web of familial discord. The global reaction has been swift and unforgiving. Media outlets and world leaders alike have weighed in on the scandal, their voices adding to the chorus of outrage and disbelief. The Trump family feud has become a spectacle of epic proportions, capturing the attention of a world eager to witness the downfall of a dynasty. As the public meltdown continues to unfold, the consequences for the Trump brand are becoming increasingly apparent. The once mighty empire is now teetering on the brink, its future uncertain. The ripple effects of this scandal are far-reaching, threatening to derail political aspirations and tarnish the family's legacy. Eric's last stand is a desperate bid for redemption, a frantic effort to reclaim his place within the family hierarchy. But as the world watches, the question remains: is this a display of determination or a futile grasp at relevance? The stakes have never been higher, and the outcome is anything but certain. Donald Jr.'s ruthless ambition has been laid bare, his actions sparking a debate over whether his betrayal was a necessary evil or a calculated move to consolidate power. The motivations behind his harsh words are as complex as they are controversial, leaving observers to speculate on the true nature of his intentions. As the internal chaos continues to unfold, the Trump dynasty is crumbling from within. The once unbreakable bonds of family loyalty have been shattered, leaving a legacy in tatters. The final blow has been dealt, and the world is left to wonder if the Trumps can ever recover from this scandal of epic proportions. The tension in the Trump family has reached a boiling point that no one could have anticipated. Following the shocking moment when Donald Trump Jr. laid bare Eric's pathetic dependency, the doors of family intimacy have been flung wide open, revealing a world of betrayal and disloyalty that defies understanding. In an environment where loyalty is an illusion and backstabbing is the norm, the darkest secrets of the Trump dynasty begin to come to light. Behind the closed doors of the opulent family residence, a drama worthy of a Shakespearean tragedy unfolds. Alliances are broken and words become lethal weapons. Donald Jr., with his unbridled ambition, has not hesitated to expose the weaknesses of his younger brother Eric, who desperately struggles to find his place in an empire that seems to be crumbling from within. The revelation of these internal dynamics has not only shaken the family, but has captured the attention of the entire world. Leaks of private conversations and compromising documents have revealed a bleak picture. Eric, in his attempt to prove his worth, has become trapped in a web of intrigue that has only served to sink him further into public disdain. The brutality with which Donald Jr. has handled the situation leaves no doubt as to who holds the true power in this divided family. Meanwhile, the world watches in shock and outrage. International leaders and the media have been quick to react, condemning the shameful spectacle unfolding before their eyes. The image of the Trump family, once a symbol of success and power, is teetering dangerously on the edge of the abyss. The consequences of this public dispute are unpredictable, but one thing is certain: the Trump legacy will never be the same again. In the midst of this chaos, Eric faces a crossroads. Will he be able to rise from the ashes of his shattered reputation, Or will he succumb to the relentless pressure of his older brother? The fight for control and survival within the Trump family has reached a critical point, and the outcome of this family saga promises to be as explosive as the beginning. In an unexpected twist that has left everyone speechless, an open microphone has captured the exact moment when Donald Trump Jr. unleashes a storm of criticism against his brother Eric, revealing a truth that many suspected but few dared to confirm. The recording, which is circulated like wildfire in the media, mercilessly exposes the power dynamics within the Trump family, making it clear who really calls the shots. The audio, which has been called a media bombshell, shows Donald Jr. unfiltered, describing Eric in terms that leave no doubt about his opinion. The rawness of his words has shaken the foundations of the Trump clan, exposing a fracture that could have devastating consequences for his legacy. In a tone that mixes contempt and superiority, Donald Jr. not only questions Eric's ability to handle family matters, but also casts doubt on his loyalty and competence. This incident has triggered a wave of speculation about the future of the Trump family. Will Eric be able to recover from this public blow? Or are we witnessing the beginning of the end of his influence within the family empire? What is undeniable is that this revelation has left Eric in a vulnerable position, while Donald Jr. seems to consolidate his position as the true heir to power. The tension between the brothers is no secret, but this episode has raised the conflict to an unprecedented level. Political analysts and experts on family dynasties are watching closely, waiting to see how this saga will unfold, promising more chapters full of intrigue and betrayal. In a world where image is everything, the damage to Eric's reputation could be irreparable, and the fight for control of the Trump legacy has become fiercer than ever. The question on everyone's mind now is, what other hidden truths will come to light as this story unfolds? The public's attention is fixed on every move of the protagonists of this family drama, while the world watches with morbid anticipation. In an unexpected twist that has left everyone speechless, Eric Trump finds himself in the eye of the storm after the leak of documents that expose his desperate attempts to prove his worth within the Trump dynasty. In an effort to get out of the shadow of his older brother, Donald Trump Jr., Eric has resorted to secret strategies that, far from catapulting him to success, have resulted in a resounding failure. The leaked documents reveal a pattern of behavior that borders on the pathetic, showing an Eric willing to do anything to gain the recognition he so craves. From questionable business maneuvers to dubious alliances, every step he has taken seems to have shot himself in the foot, exposing his inability to establish himself as a figure of power in the family empire. The evidence is overwhelming. Eric has tried, unsuccessfully, to prove that he can be more than just a pawn in the chess game that his older brother wields with an iron fist. However, each attempt has been a brutal reminder of his subordinate position, further fueling tensions within the family. This scandal has not only shaken the foundations of the Trump clan, but has also called into question the stability of a family that, despite its facade of unity, seems to be on the verge of collapse. The leak of these documents is irrefutable proof that, behind closed doors, the struggle for power is fierce and ruthless. As the world watches in amazement, the question remains whether Eric will ever be able to break free from the chains that bind him to a destiny of mediocrity, or whether he is doomed to forever be his brother's shadow. The saga continues, and with each new twist, the fall of the Trump dynasty seems more inevitable than ever. The entire world watches in amazement and dismay at the scandal that has rocked the Trump family. The internal dispute, which began with Donald Trump Jr.'s explosive revelation about his pathetic dependence on his brother Eric, has unleashed a wave of reactions globally. World leaders and the media have been quick to express their outrage at the public spectacle of a family that, until recently, presented itself as a bastion of power and unity. From Europe to Asia, reactions have been swift. In the United Kingdom, tabloids have devoted entire front pages to breaking down every detail of the conflict, while in Germany, political analysts are discussing the possible implications for international relations. In Latin America, commentators cannot hide their astonishment at the fall from grace of one of the most influential dynasties in the United States. The echo of this family feud has even reached the halls of the UN, where diplomats from various nations have expressed concern that political stability could be undermined by the crumbling public image of the Trumps. In China, state media have seized the opportunity to criticize the hypocrisy of U.S. politics, while in Russia, commentators are wondering whether this scandal could be the beginning of the end for the family's influence in global politics. The outrage is not limited to leaders and the media. On social media, the hashtag Trump family feud has become a global trend, with millions of users sharing their opinions and theories about the future of the family. Public opinion is divided. Some see this as an opportunity for the Trumps to reinvent themselves, while others predict an imminent collapse. Amidst this whirlwind of reactions, the question on everyone's mind is, Can the Trump family recover from this scandal of epic proportions? The answer, for now, remains uncertain, but what is certain is that the world will continue to watch every move with attention and expectation. The tension in the Trump family has reached a boiling point that no one could have anticipated. What began as a simple disagreement between siblings has escalated into a public spectacle that threatens to crumble the Trump empire from its foundations. Donald Trump Jr.'s revelation about Eric's supposedly pathetic dependency has left the world agape, and the consequences of this family standoff are more devastating than anyone could have imagined. The impact of this feud is not limited to the walls of the Trump mansion. The family's public image, carefully constructed over decades, is being torn apart in real time. Media outlets around the world are in a frenzy, analyzing every word, every gesture, every glance exchanged between the brothers. The Trump brand, synonymous with power and success, is now associated with chaos and betrayal. The repercussions of this scandal are profound. Political allies of the family are reconsidering their support, fearful of being swept up in the maelstrom of controversy. Detractors, for their part, are not missing an opportunity to point fingers and proclaim the end of an era. The downfall of the Trumps, a family that seemed untouchable, is unfolding before our eyes, and the world is watching with a mixture of amazement and morbid curiosity. But what does all this mean for the Trumps' political future? The answer is uncertain. What is clear is that the family faces an unprecedented crisis, one that could redefine its legacy forever. The internal struggle has left scars that will not easily heal, and the path to redemption, if there is one, will be arduous and fraught with obstacles. Amidst this turmoil, Eric Trump finds himself at a crossroads. Desperate to prove himself, his attempts to step out of his brother's shadow have been in vain. The public humiliation has been brutal, and his reputation hangs in the balance. Meanwhile, Donald Jr., with his unbridled ambition, seems willing to do whatever it takes to consolidate his position, even if it means sacrificing his own brother in the process. The question on everyone's mind is, can the Trumps recover from this scandal of epic proportions? The answer, for now, remains a mystery. What is undeniable is that the world is watching, and the outcome of this family saga will be remembered as one of the most shocking moments in recent history. Eric Trump finds himself in the eye of the storm, struggling to maintain his dignity amid a media storm that threatens to destroy him. In a desperate attempt to regain control of his public image, Eric has deployed a series of moves that oscillate between desperation and determination. The pressure is palpable, and each misstep is another nail in the coffin of his reputation. The public humiliation he has been subjected to by his own brother, Donald Trump Jr., has left deep scars. However, Eric is not willing to give up without a fight. In an unexpected turn, he has begun to draw up a plan to prove that he is not the weak link in the family. He has summoned his closest advisors, looking for strategies that will allow him to emerge from the shadows and claim his place in the complicated network of family power. But is this an act of desperation or a display of true determination? Opinions are divided. Some see his actions as a desperate attempt to hold on to a crumbling legacy, while others believe Eric is finally showing the strength that has always been denied him. In any case, the clock is ticking, and the world is watching his every move closely. The pressure comes not only from his family, but also from a public that has witnessed the Trumps fall from grace. Eric faces a monumental challenge, proving he can be more than just a figurehead in the family empire. His fight for redemption is a spectacle no one wants to miss, and with each passing day, the tension mounts. In this high-tension scenario, Eric finds himself at a crossroads. Every decision he makes could be his last, and the margin for error is virtually non-existent. The question on everyone's mind is whether Eric has what it takes to emerge victorious from this battle, or whether his attempt to redeem himself will instead be remembered as a last, pathetic effort to stay relevant. The answer, still uncertain, promises to be as explosive as the scandal that brought him here. In an unexpected twist that has left everyone speechless, Donald Trump Jr. has unleashed a media storm by mercilessly exposing his brother Eric's pathetic dependence on him. This act of fraternal betrayal has shaken the foundations of the Trump empire, revealing a deep rift in a family that has always projected an image of unbreakable unity. The brutality of Donald Jr.'s words has not only left Eric reeling, but has exposed a ruthless ambition that knows no bounds. As the world watches in shock, the question that resonates is whether this attack is simply a betrayal between brothers or a calculated move to consolidate power within the Trump dynasty. Donald Jr.'s motivations are the subject of speculation, but what is undeniable is that his ambition has no qualms about destroying any obstacle in his path, even if that obstacle is his own brother. The scene unfolds with an intensity few could have anticipated.
Donald Jr., with a coldness that chills the blood, has made it clear that in the game of power there is no room for weakness. Eric, meanwhile, finds himself at a crossroads, struggling to maintain his dignity as the world watches his fall from grace. The pressure is palpable, and the outcome of this family drama could have repercussions far beyond the borders of his inner circle. This episode has not only captured the attention of the media, but has triggered a wave of global outrage. World leaders and media outlets around the world have reacted with shock to the spectacle of a family falling apart from within. The carefully constructed image of the Trumps as a solid unit has been shattered, and the consequences of this revelation could be devastating for their political and business aspirations. In this scenario of chaos and betrayal, the figure of Donald Jr. emerges as that of a ruthless strategist, willing to sacrifice any personal ties in his quest for power. The question that remains in the air is whether this move is a necessary evil to secure his position or simply an act of unbridled ambition that could cost him dearly. The story is far from over, and the world awaits with anticipation the next chapter of this scandal of epic proportions. The implosion of the Trump empire has begun, and the epicenter of this family earthquake is none other than the fierce rivalry between Donald Trump Jr. and his brother Eric. What began as a simple disagreement has evolved into an all-out war that threatens to destroy the dynasty from its foundations. In an unexpected turn, Donald Jr. has unleashed a storm of criticism towards Eric, exposing his dependence and lack of initiative in an attack that has left everyone speechless. This confrontation is not just a family feud, it is a public spectacle that has captured the world's attention. As tensions escalate, the closed doors of the Trump family have been thrown open, revealing a world of betrayal and broken alliances. Loyalty, once considered sacred, has become a myth within this family, where each member seems willing to stab the other in the back to gain a little power. The leak of a devastating audio has exposed the true intentions of Donald Jr., who has not hesitated to publicly humiliate Eric, consolidating his position as the true heir to the Trump throne. As Eric struggles to prove himself, his desperate attempts to step out of his brother's shadow have failed miserably. Leaked documents and secret strategies have come to light, showing an Eric teetering on the edge, unable to sustain the weight of family expectations. The global backlash has been swift. World leaders and media outlets have condemned the spectacle, increasing the pressure on a family already on the brink of collapse. The impact of this public dispute is incalculable. The Trump brand, once synonymous with success and power, is reeling under the weight of this humiliation. The family's political aspirations are in jeopardy, and the future of their legacy is uncertain. Eric, in a last-ditch attempt to salvage his reputation, faces a crossroads. Is his fight a show of desperation or an act of determination? Meanwhile, Donald Jr.'s motivations are under scrutiny. Is his brutality toward Eric an act of brotherly betrayal or a calculated move to consolidate his power? The answer to this question could determine the fate of the family. The fall of the Trump dynasty seems inevitable, with internal chaos and power struggles threatening to dismantle what was once an impenetrable fortress. The question on everyone's mind now is, can the Trumps recover from this scandal of epic proportions? The answer, though uncertain, seems to lean towards a bleak future for a family that has lived under public scrutiny for so long. The implosion of the Trump empire is a spectacle no one can ignore, and the world watches in awe as this unprecedented family drama unfolds. In an unexpected twist that has left everyone speechless, Donald Trump Jr. has unleashed a media storm by publicly exposing the pathetic dependence on his brother Eric. This act of family betrayal has shaken the foundations of the Trump empire, revealing a rift that threatens to destroy the facade of unity the family has maintained for years. The tension has reached a critical point, and the entire world watches in amazement as the Trump dynasty crumbles from within. Behind closed doors, family drama intensifies. Loyalties fade and backstabbing becomes the norm. The carefully constructed image of a united family crumbles, exposing the infighting and rivalries that have remained hidden for so long. The brutality of Donald Jr.'s words has made it clear who holds the power in the Trump hierarchy, and Eric, caught in an open mic moment, has shown his true colors. Leaked evidence reveals Eric's desperate attempts to prove his worth. Hidden documents and secret strategies have come to light, showing how he has tried, and failed, to step out from under his brother's shadow. The world watches in disbelief as international leaders and the media react with outrage to the scandal that has captured global attention. The public collapse of the Trump family has shocking consequences. The humiliation has left an indelible mark on the Trump brand and his political aspirations. Eric, in a last-ditch attempt to salvage his reputation, is torn between desperation and determination, while Donald Jr. presses ahead with his ruthless ambition, leaving everyone to wonder if his betrayal is a necessary evil to consolidate his power.
The fall of the Trump dynasty seems inevitable. Internal chaos and infighting threaten to dismantle the legacy that once seemed unbreakable. The question on everyone's mind is whether the Trumps will be able to recover from this scandal of epic proportions. The answer for now remains uncertain, but one thing is certain: the world is watching, and the show is far from over.